All right, we are back for another episode of Fig Life. It is me, Johnny Podcast, and John Wineland here. And of course, I am here with the Fig Yoda himself, the one, the only, the original gangster of the Fig world, man, the OG of it, the real deal heel himself, Mr. Richie Reardon. Richie, what's up, buddy?
Not much, man. Just hanging out. Got exciting news tonight for everybody. We covered the first wave of AEW figures that are upcoming. Now we're going to go into Unrivaled 2. So I'm excited to break these down, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Mini Me's been really excited to see these, so we'll give Mini Me a shout out here on the show. He's been excited for us to cover it, been promising it for a couple days. So we're here by popular demand by Mini Me. We listen to the Fig World Order when they want something. We try to make it happen for everybody to get it covered out there. And later on this week, we'll announce the winner of our first giveaway for our contest there for the R-Truth episode. So maybe by the time you see this, there might still be a little bit of time left, but we're going to draw it out on Wednesday night here. So whenever you receive this, make sure you go to that other video, the previous one, where we're doing the giveaway there. And there might still be enough time for you to go in there and put your name in the hat if you haven't already done so, and let us know. You can comment on it, or you can email us both, and you can see our emails here. I pop them up right on the screen right now. And you can email us over there as well, or DM us on Twitter, whatever you want. Let us know you want to be entered into it, but you might have enough time when you get this. But if not, we're going to be doing another giveaway when we hit 1,000. So we got some good stuff for you guys, as always. And let's break into this Unrivaled 2 line with AEW. Couple things let's cover for Unrivaled 1, too, because for the first line that's coming out is they really brought a lot of cool stuff out at the Toy Fair 2020 this week in New York. And they gave a little bit more detail into everything. We saw the packaging on the boxes, and you're going to see them in the pictures that I'm going to be putting up here for what's left of the Unrivaled 1 line, as well as the Unrivaled 2 when we get to that in a second. But they announced a couple of the different chases that they're going to be doing out here. So what do they got for the chases on the Unrivaled line that they announced at the Toy Fair 2020 up in New York this week?
So for Unrivaled 1, from what my understanding is they have a Cody Rhodes chase that they're doing out there. That's the Star Trek shirt or whatever. And then for Chris Jericho, they're going to have 2 chases from my understanding. One's going to be his regular attire with the AEW Championship. I think that one comes with a microphone as well, but don't quote me on that. The other chase is going to be the Rockstar outfit with the hat and everything, and the crazy jacket and the scarf and all that stuff. So, man, I'm telling you, these guys are actually doing what chase variants are supposed to be. Mattel does these chases that are just different colors. These guys are going all out and giving you a whole separate figure, which is how chases used to be. So I'm definitely looking forward to these fucking figures, man. I don't know about you.
Man, they're nice. I'm telling you, they are really sweet. These chases are fantastic. I like the Cody Star Trek one, but the Jericho ones, man, are just second to none. Um, just the both of them are just fucking badass, man. They are really, really nice, as you guys can see in the pictures that I'm flashing up on the screen. Man, they really, really just outdid themselves on their line. I love the boxing of these too. I think the boxing is really, really sharp the way that they did it. And this is just going to be a sweet line. And they're available for pre-order right now. So you can go over to Ringside Collectibles and you can pre-order them right now. Now, you already pre-ordered them, right?
Yeah, I pre-ordered Unrivaled 1, the first series there. First time I've done that since I was a kid, actually. You know, this is the first line that I've done that as an adult, and I'm pretty damn excited about them. To be honest with you, like these figures, when I first saw them, man, I couldn't be more excited about these things, man. Especially the Chris Jericho one, like you said there. They knocked it out of the park on that, and I think it's probably the one with the fedora and the leather jacket and everything. It's probably his best figure I've ever seen.
I wouldn't even think there's a comparison, to be honest with you, from some of the Jericho figures that we have. You know, and we have some nice Jericho figures that we have in our collection. One of them being the Defining Moments is a really nice one that he's got. Really, really underrated one, and he's got some other really good ones too. But I just don't see anything that touches this in regards to anything that they've ever put out for him. And God, how many action figures has Jericho had over the course of his career? Probably more than he can count, that he even knows what to do with here. I'm sure it's nothing new for him, but boy, this line is really nice that they're doing with him. Just from his just standard one that they're doing to the chases. I mean, just fantastic. The Cody Star Trek one is kind of neat too. I like the outfit that they got in on there for him as well. Only one, like we said, we mentioned here that I wasn't too big of a fan was the Brandy Rhodes one. I didn't really think the Brandy one was that great. Um, did you end up ordering the Brandy one with it too? Did you get the whole collection, or did you leave the Brandy Rhodes one out?
I went ahead and got the whole collection because at the end of the day, I'm a completist, and I'm just a psycho like that, so I had to get it. But the good thing that I see about these that I like a lot is they're returning to the shape of the classic Superstar line box.
Yep.
As you can see in John's room, and then my office here is going to be lined with them as well. Uh, it'll be nice to be able to collect the AEW ones and put them up next to the classic Superstar line, and they'll pretty much be identical in shape and size. So, definitely happy about that.
Yeah, I mean they're very reasonably priced too in the pre-sale. I think what was about 140 for everything in the whole package, right?
Yeah, after you do the major podcast discount there where you save 10%, I think you just type in major in the code there, but it'll save you 10% off, and I think I ended up paying like 139 after tax. So
Yeah, it's not a bad deal, man. I know you did your pre-order. I'm doing mine this week here on Friday when I get paid there. So I'm going to be doing mine this week as well to order the whole line because I definitely want it as soon as it comes out. Now they're talking about release for this one. It's going to be in probably July of this summer. So, you're going to have to wait a little bit for everybody that's out there. It's almost March now. So, you got about 4 months to go, 4.5 months till it's actually going to be out and released to everybody.
hmm
But they're talking a July release date for the first line for the Unrivaled one. So it's you're gonna have to wait just a little tiny bit of time.
Yeah, the demand's there though, man. From what I've seen, like I've been in a few Patreon groups, and I'm telling you, bro, like a lot of people have already pre-ordered these things. So, and the other thing that I've heard just through the grapevine is the chases are going to be handed out through. So, like Ringside's going to get some, but I just heard that Walmart picked these figures up as well. So Walmart's
Yep.
going to get a few chases as well. So,
Yeah.
they're going to be
Yep.
spread amongst the bunch there. So you might get a chance if you order them online. You might get a chance to find them in the store. But I'm telling you, man, they're doing a low number for these chase figures. Like they're like 1 in 1,000.
hmm
So that's not that much. I mean, you're gonna have a very slim opportunity. If you do get those, they're gonna be worth a pretty penny right off the bat.
Yeah. And they did announce for sure today that they're going to be featured in Walmart. So you're going to be able to find these in Walmart as well, which is going to be able to probably later than you'll be able to get them online. And depending upon your Walmart, I don't know how it is for where everybody they live. Mine sucks. There's nothing ever there. So I bank nothing on Walmart getting anything. So, I really think if you really want to get this line and you want to get it taken care of and you want to get it when it comes out, your best bet is to pre-order it right now because when it comes out, it's going to be on back order. They're
Well,
going to,
Ringside Collectibles does a great job of getting your figures out to you,
yeah,
and at a reasonable cost. I mean, you do pay a little bit of a premium there, but you know what? If you want the figures on time and you want them when they come out, you want them getting straight to your doorstep without having to go search for them, Ringside's the way to go, man.
yeah, because as soon as these hit, and you're going to see them up on eBay, you're going to see them up all around, people selling them, and they're going to be selling them for big money, man. There's no denying it. For people that might buy a few of the line, maybe buy a few of these, they're going to make some money, man. These are going to sell out fast and they're going to be up online. So if you don't want to pay an arm and a leg and get just absolutely raped and pillaged in price, your best bet is to do the pre-order now. I mean, they're about 23 bucks a shot, because I'll tell you right now, when they come out, I bet you they'll be worth 3 times that for some of these, and
Maybe at
easily.
first, yeah.
Yeah, right at first. So somebody's going to make a lot of money on them right off the bat when they sell out. So if you want to get this first line, July is when they're going to be coming out. Mid-July, they were saying at the latest is when they're going to be sent out. So you might want to hop on it fast and get your orders in now. Now they announced also the Unrivaled 2 line, which is going to come out sometime in fall. I heard October to November at the latest is when they're going to release these ones. And they'll be, of course, available for pre-sale later on too. Not right now, though. They're not going to put them up now. They just announced them. Now, in this line, this is just some fantastic stuff here in this as well. The Toy Fair had some really cool stuff that was announced this week. We'll do a whole nother episode on the WWE line because they announced and showed a bunch of the WWE stuff that's going to come out. So we'll have to cover that this weekend, Richie, on the new Elites. And they're bringing back the Legend series as well.
Those of you that
So,
have seen our show know we love the Legend series.
oh shoot, yeah, man. And the ones that I've seen that they've announced already at the Toy Fair are fucking fantastic. Yeah. Oh man, again, I know that's a beautiful one right there. They dude, these ones are fantastic that they got coming out too. WWE outdid themselves, man, on
Well,
these
it's cool
ones.
because they kept the original boxing. That was the biggest thing that I wanted was that box looks, that's iconic. And if you're gonna bring back the series, you might as well bring back the box that you used. It's a
Yeah.
little bit different, it's a little bit more updated, but I love it, man.
Yeah,
And the
it's a
and the
little bit
characters.
smaller than the one that's out there now, just a pinch from what it looks like there. But you're right, man. It's got that just antique look there to the one that they did before, and I'm really glad they brought that out. And they did this new line called the Decade of Destruction,
It's
which
a decade of domination.
Decade of Domination. Yeah, there we go. Decade of Domination. And there's like 3 or 4 characters in there that have been out for a long time, and we'll talk about them in there. I know one of them is Natty. I remember Randy Orton was in there as well. They had Mark Henry, which went all the way back to the Nation for his get up there, and we'll
Yeah, we
talk about
almost
them.
have the full nation now that we can get in the Mattel line, so
Yeah,
cool.
the Decade of Domination stuff is a fantastic line too, but we'll cover that on another one. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there for everybody because there's a lot that they threw out for WWE at the Toy Fair as well, which we'll hit on as well, like I said, this weekend. But this Unrivaled 2 line that they announced, man, these are some of the tightest looking figs that I've seen in a while for some of these ones. I actually think they outdid themselves from the Unrivaled one, and I liked every Unrivaled one that they had, like I said, except for the Brandy one, which I just wasn't a big fan of with it. But what did they have out in this second line here, man?
So they had Pentagon Jr., they have Phoenix, they have MJF, Dustin Rhodes, Hangman Page, and I couldn't remember the last one. Was there another one?
Yeah, they had let's see, they had Hangman, they had MJF, they had Pentagon Phoenix, Dustin Rhodes, and I think that was it. Oh, John Moxley.
John Moxley, that's right. How could I forget that, man?
How
That
could
one
we
looks
forget
really
Mox,
good.
man? How could we forget
Um,
Mox?
yeah, and I was worried that they weren't going to include the jacket because the figure that I saw didn't have it on it, but they do have the spray painted orange and black jacket on Mox, so that's going to be a good one there. Um,
Let's lead off with Mox here. We'll talk about him. We can put up, well, like I said, I'll put up the pictures of what I found so far from them there. But I like the Moxley one. I think it's probably one of the best Dean Ambrose, John Moxley ones. I think it's the best one I've seen yet, to be honest with you, out of all his stuff. I've never really been overly impressed with a lot of his stuff they've had. And this is a fantastic one. I really like the look, and I like that they piggybacked off the look that he came in with.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing I don't like is on these figures that I've noticed is the articulation of the chest.
I
I
was
think
going to
it
say the
looks
same thing.
it looks a little goofy. But the
It's like they're
rest of it
sucking their
though,
ribs in, right?
yeah, and I understand why they do it. They try to give you the best articulation you can do, but the attire here though looks spot on. His camo pants that he wears, the combat boots. I'm glad they didn't go with that stupid MMA outfit that he wears every now and then.
Yeah.
Like, thank God they didn't go with that one, because I wouldn't have bought it, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
But the Moxley orange and black jacket, it's actually the vest. It looks great. The head scan looks phenomenal. They nailed the hair down. Everything looks good on this figure, and it's definitely one of the better Dean Ambrose figures that you said that have come out. So definitely cool,
Yeah.
man.
You picked a great thing because I was going to say it too. The chest. It's like they're sucking it in on these ones, and I just
But it's
don't like
only on
it.
the Mox. The Mox one's the worst. Like the
Hangman's
rest of
pretty
them,
bad too.
is he?
Yeah. So you guys can see it here. We'll go to Hangman next. We'll pin up
Yeah.
on him now. You can see it in the pictures for the Hangman one too. They got the same thing for him as
Yeah.
well.
I can see it now. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I believe Phoenix. I don't have Phoenix in front of me looking at right now, but I believe Phoenix is the same way. It's like anybody with their shirt off, you can see it because they don't have it covered up by, whatever they put on there for their vest, shirts, whatever it was that they wear when they're in the ring. But I like the Hangman one a lot too, though, with the exception of the chest and everything. I like where they got the bull rope around. I like where they got the scarf on him and everything like that too.
Yeah.
Really good facial scan on his as well, from what I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice figure, man. Really, really clean job on Hangman. Do you like Hangman stuff?
Yeah, he's cool, man. I hope they, from what I've seen, I hope they include the vest as well. I think they do actually, from
Yeah,
now
they
what
do.
I'm looking at. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's the whole get up, man. You know, the scarf and everything, the bull rope. They had to include that, of course. I hope it's a soft goods rope that you can actually, move around and do different pictures with and stuff like that. The scarf, it looks like it's rubber, so and so does the vest here. So all in all, it's a great figure. It's his first figure ever, man. So good
Hmm.
to have him in the lineup and glad to have
I
him there.
think his rope, if I remember correctly, is actually made out of like a twine that they got to make it
Very
more look
cool.
authentic. Yeah, I believe so. Don't
Yeah.
quote me on it, but I believe it's made out of a twine that they
I
put
really
for.
I really hope so, man, because that there's a lot of cool pictures that people could come up with that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, it's a nice one though. I mean, it's a really great one for his first figure. Let's move on to we hit on Phoenix, and actually we'll say Phoenix for a minute. Let's look at the Dustin Rhodes one, man. The Dustin, I liked it, man. I thought it was really, really spot on. He's had a lot of great figures with Gold Dust, which I don't think this tops them. But I think this is a very unique look for him. I really enjoyed this one.
this is my favorite Dustin Rhodes figure, to be honest with you.
Really?
Out of
Wow.
all the gold dusts and all the everything,
Okay.
this is it because they've nailed the articulation down so well, and his tattoos are spot
Yeah.
on. Like the portrait there of his daughter is perfect.
Yeah, it's very nice though, man. I agree with you. It's really nice. I love some of the gold dust ones. There's some pricey ones out there. There's a few gold dust that are on my list that I want to get. But just so he's got some buttes from before, and all the different lines out there. This is no question a great one. I liked on this one with his with his body frame, how he's leaned out a lot over the last year or so. They really hit on his look perfectly on this one, and
They
I think
did.
it's a
And
fantastic one.
the thing is too, dude, is red and black are my favorite colors, so I think that's a big part of it. But also just, seeing him revive his career and come full circle. Goldust was an iconic character,
Yep.
let's be honest. But, this Dustin Rhodes character is a much more serious one, and it's not so comedic in a lot of ways, and I'm hoping he gets a title run out of it. So I think that's why I like it so much, is I'm really enjoying what he's doing with his stuff right now.
Yeah, he's playing a good role over there. I don't know if he'll ever get a title run, but maybe if they have a mid card level, maybe potentially. But he's been doing some great stuff over there, and I know he's been coaching, and I've been a big fan of what he's been doing, man. It's been fantastic. Two of the other ones that I'll say, the Phoenix one is really nice. That's out in this line. I
Hmm.
thought they did a fantastic job on Phoenix, as well. A little bit with the torso, like you're mentioning, the chest and everything up there as well, which I think leaves a little bit to be desired there. But I think the Phoenix one, from what I've seen of it, there's only been a few pics of it already, that have come out, but I think the Phoenix one is really nice too.
Yeah, it's great. They nailed the mask. It looks like they have a head swap that you can do,
Hmm.
that's gonna come with it. So I mean, that's pretty damn badass. The only thing is that I wish that they would have done. I wish they would have did the all out Phoenix and Pentagon with the skull masks for
Hmm.
entrance attire,
Yeah.
and then have the head swap for the regular masks. I think that would have been the better choice. But I'm not gonna complain, man. Having these two in the Fig Fed, it's gonna be amazing. You got a great hand swap to do the Animo hand gesture that he does, and then of course the tattoo work is next to none on there as well. So they nailed the Phoenix out of the park for sure.
Yeah, and I think that might be something with that look you're mentioning that they might be do maybe with a chase for them, because they haven't announced any of the chases yet, for the Unrivaled 2 line. I could see them being potentially one. I'll say the next one, man, is probably my favorite one out of everything that they've done. And the Pentagon one, holy crap, man. They
Yeah.
outdid themselves on that one. That is a flawless looking one right there, man. That is a badass look. That's probably the one I'm most excited to get. And it's the best looking one I think I've seen in the whole line out of all the figs that they've brought out that they've done. I love this one right here.
Yeah, again, man, I hope they do soft goods for that little pouch that he has in the front. That's like the, like the Freemason or the samurai little towel that hangs over in the front. I hope they do that soft goods, but if they don't, it'll still be cool. It's cool because they have two head swaps here. You got one with the tongue out, and of course one with the mouth closed, and both of them are spot on Pentagon. I mean, I own a couple of his masks, and they're signed and everything. They're the pro grade Pentagon Junior masks, and yeah, it's just spot on. They nailed it. He looks like the fucking the ninja samurai, the dead samurai there that he tries to look like there. They got the hand swaps where you could do the zero miedo, which is pretty fucking badass in itself, man. I mean, again, the tattoo works great. This is the best one simply because the torso doesn't affect it either. I mean, this one you can't really tell that it's there. So, like you said, man, with people who have the shirts and stuff, it doesn't affect it too much. So
Yeah.
this by far is the best one in the line that I've seen so far, next to Kenny Omega. I think
Hmm.
those two are the best ones.
Yeah, they're really really tight ones now. Now the last one here is everybody's favorite MJF. This facial skin is the best one in the whole line. It's the most realistic looking one. The
Yeah.
scarf, everything, the mannerisms to MJF here in this one, like how they picked it up. They did a phenomenal job on MJF's first figure too, man. What did you think about the MJF one?
I'm telling you, they even nailed the hair right. His little
Yeah.
pompadour that he has up on top there. So good. I mean, they have that snarky ass fucking look that he does with his lips. I mean, perfect head scan. The soft goods scarf. You had to go soft goods. I mean, if you would have went rubber, it would have left so much more desire for this figure. He's got the little tattoo on his bicep I see there that they knocked out of the park. Did it pretty well. This is a great figure, man. I mean, he has a very basic attire, but that scarf sets it off, and it's phenomenal. So it's cool to see this guy have a representation in the figure line. Um, this is probably, I'd say, the third best out of all of them, and
Hmm.
that's just because it's a very basic attire. The
Yeah.
other ones had an over the top look. So, um, I gotta tell you, man, I'm a little disappointed in Unrivaled too. I mean, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. Like all these figures are great and everything. But I was kind of hoping for a Darby Allin in Unrivaled too.
Well, who do you think we're going to get? Let's speculate a little bit now on the next line because I'm sure they'll announce the next line probably for the Christmas time frame. That's what I would assume that they'll have an Unrivaled 3 out for there. Now they're also going to have the AW belt replica that's going to be available in Unrivaled 2 in this line here,
As
which
well as I just want to put this out there as well. They're gonna have a authentic scale ring that's coming out in
yep.
Unrivaled 2, as well as the medium size one, the standard one that you get, and the price is about $100 for the authentic scale and $20. I think it's either 20 or $30 for the medium one there. So
Wow,
not a
that's a
bad
big
price
difference.
range.
Yeah, it's a big difference too there. So I think people will pick those up, which will be nice. The belt's
Oh, you
pretty
get an
nice.
exclusive Kenny Omega as well with the authentic one. Forgot to
Oh,
put that
okay.
out there.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you get some extra bonus in there for doing that. Then the belt's nice that they've done in here. It's bringing out here for the toy belt. I mean, I wouldn't buy it. That's just me. I'd rather buy a replica of it if I was going to spend the extra bucks there because this is probably going to go for 50, $60 for the replica of the belt here, even though it's just a toy line or whatever. But I'd much rather go and get a pre-made one or get one made that's pretty authentic looking. That's just me. But
Yeah.
I'm not over the top with the AEW belt. I'm not.
I
Um,
love it. I think it's
yeah,
great, man.
I'm not over the top on
Compared to
it.
the shit that WWE's putting out there, this is a championship belt, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're going back to just that circular shit with everything in WWE or the weird ass looking ones for the Universal. I don't know this one. I'm old school. I like the NWA. I like the WCW style. I like the old school WWF style. You know how much we always talk about with the Intercontinental. I like the
Yeah,
Winged
the
Eagle
Winged Eagle.
belts. Yeah, those are what
This
I
is
like,
more
man.
similar to that compared to the ones that WWE's popping out there, though.
Yeah, this one I would say it's a hard one to decipher for me what the AEW one looks like, but it's got a real mix of 90s style for people who remember it. Real 90s style New Japan where they were doing some different things, late 90s in here. The days of the Mudas over there and everything towards the end of the WCW runs. And you can go see it. They were starting to really kind of make them a little bit unique looking. They didn't last though in the designs on them, for long periods of time. They tried to kind of go a different way. It's kind of like the lost time frame for their belts, the New Japan style at that point. And ECW tried to replicate a little bit different designs when they were doing it too, and it just didn't work. And then WWE tried it with some of the things, most notably with the Divas line for the women. And yeah, just very just cheese ball looking stupid. TNA's had so many different ways as well. TNA's tried a lot of ways to kind of look weird like it. These guys, they're bipolar, man. They go back and forth on it. The belt's okay at AEW for me. It's just not my favorite one. I'm more classic style. Unrivaled 3, though, man, there's a lot of names that they could do. Who do you think?
Yeah.
Who do you want to see the most? Who do you think is going to be in the Unrivaled 3 line if you were to make a guess on them?
I mean, you got to go with probably the best friends, Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta and Chuck Taylor. And then you got to have Darby Allin in there because those guys are heavily featured on the show each and every week. And you got to have Jurassic Express, man. I mean, those are the ones that got to come next in this line. I mean, if you want to get crazy, you could take the best friends out, put the Dark Order in there. I think that would be another good one. Maybe Evil Uno and his partner. I don't see the Butcher and the Blade getting featured maybe till 4 or 5, so that one's out. So my final answer is probably going to be Darby. How many do we need here? 4 or 5?
I think it's 5.
5. So I would say Darby Allin. Let's do Orange Cassidy. Uh, Luchasaurus. You would have to do, God, what's his name? Jungle Boy. And then maybe do, I don't know. Pac. You would have to do Pac. So that's the last 5 there. Darby Allin, Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, Pac, and who else did I say? God, it's late, guys. So those 5 there.
I would say for me, I think they're going to go with, for Unrivaled 3, I think Darby Allin. I think they're going to give you your first female figures in this one. I think you're going to get Britt Baker.
Well, they did Brandy already.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like for the real wrestlers, though, I don't consider Brandy a wrestler. She's getting out there because she's Cody's wife, in my opinion. But I'll say for the real female wrestlers that are out there, that are the ones over there, I'd say you're going to get Britt Baker next, I think, in this line. Darby Allin. I think Jurassic Express is going to be a little bit later. I think you're going to get Pac in this one, too. And then I think you're going to
Well, they already have the Luchasaurus made. That's why I say it could be next.
Well, Luchasaurus, yeah. I think you're going to get Sammy Guevara here, too. I think the Spanish God is going to be out in this line or the next one here. I'm telling you.
As much of a completionist as I am, I thought it was going to be Brandy that I wasn't going to get, but I think it's going to be Sammy G for the first one, man.
You will be getting Sammy G, and you know you will.
You really think so?
You'll be getting him as a president.
I think I'll get the that wave, and I think we'll be doing a giveaway here on the channel is what we'll be doing.
Hashtag Spanish God should have been in the first line. He is a Spanish God. So with that said,
such a God that he didn't make the cut.
Listen, they couldn't afford the bucks to pay him. All right. Don't be blasphemous here to the Spanish God, my friend. I'm telling you that right now. So that's our picks that we think maybe will be in the Unrivaled 3 line there, people that we're seeing. We'll find out more later on. So here's your preview of the Unrivaled 2 line and the chases out there for Unrivaled 1. So you asked, you received, you get it. That's what you get here on Fig Life, man. You guys know where to find us. Check out all the different things I'm putting up right now. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on our emails. You'll see the little pictures with all of our stuff on there. I made it more innovative and technological based to make it easier. And you can find us over there. And then you can check out all the great podcasts that we're doing and see what's going on them right now. We do a bunch of different wrestling podcasts. So if you're a fan of wrestling, you're definitely going to want to check out our stuff. Anything you want to close out with, my friend?
I'm just happy that we got to do the giveaway. Thank you guys for the continued support. We're going to be doing, I'm announcing this right here, right now on the show. We're going to be doing a Hall of Fame induction here soon for a couple figures. And we're going to start keeping track of this thing. It's going to be a deal over on the channel here. It's going to be a little bit different, a little fun. I don't know if we're going to do a poll or if me and John are just going to decide or what we're going to do yet, but I'm just announcing that it's coming. So stay tuned for that.
All right. Sounds like fun, man. Well, we will catch you guys again next time here. Make sure you guys continue. Go back, check out all the great stuff in the archives. We thank you for all of your support. We'll be back this weekend with a definite episode on the WWE line that was brought out at the Toy Fair, as well, of course, as we're going to have more Fake Life episodes before that one comes out there with all the great stuff from our collection. And so until then, as Tony Schiavone says, we are out of time. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for being great members of the FWO, the Fig World Order. And always know here, we are always listening. We're always trying to do the best we can for you. Because when you are a member of the Fig World Order, we always end it like this. Richie, what are they, buddy?
For life.